Now, when we came back, we started writing. Then the Prime Minister called us in his chambers, in her chambers. We went with our leaders, the chairman L35, all of the MPs, Prime Minister, with the other leaders from Queen. They call it Queen. Kisoro, MPs were also there. He called even about 5 ministers, Minister of Finance, Minister of So by that time, the Prime Minister instituted a 9 committee members to
4 cabinet ministers and 3 members of and 2 secretaries.
Then that meeting, that committee was to be chaired by Honorable Semuliki. Then we waited. We couldn't get an answer. We again wrote. That is when we found that we got 2 officers from Ministry of Lands. They had also come for fact findings. They met leaders under the Matongo community. They took the report. We waited, we could not get an answer.
That was 2004.
That was 2003. Yes. Yeah. So
they came before the Prime Minister.
After.
It was one of the innovations that came from the meeting. When we met Prime Minister, these ministers, Semuliki was there, and our members of Parliament were in that meeting. So the Minister of Lands instructed a fact-finding team.
And that team was by a good
man.
So when we didn't get any answer, we came back here to the office of the RDC, and we had resorted to our land. Why do we want to go there? Those who hosted us, they have now produced, and we have produced, so the land has become very small for us. And about RDC, I want to tell you that this area of Bundibugyo, from the bush war, we are supporting him. Even myself as a vacator, I started supporting him in 1980. My vote was there under UPM. At least, but that was my gain. These people did not benefit. Yes, he killed it. The Mzungu cried. When going back 3 days, when he came back, he poisoned the water. Yes. This is Nanka, and we need our land. Remember? That's why we have come. They don't want to remove us from here and take us where we don't know.
I was trying to explain the cause of withdrawal of the case. That cause of withdrawal of the case from court had 2 issues. One of the issues is when they found a problem that we are agitating for something to be handled in Parliament, and yet it's in the courts of law. That was one issue. The second issue, because of the delay, we had planned for a demonstration, a general demonstration of the people of Matongo. We had written to the Inspector General of Police. I went, me and the chairperson, and we were going to deliver that letter, seeking to allow us to do a demonstration in the district. The director of operations of police. Well, I don't know whether he's still there. It was a Mugishu. Then he asked us, do you have members of parliament who are on the ticket of NRM? Said yes. Then he asked us another question. What of the chairman LC5? We said even the chairman LC5 is the ticket of NRM. But by that time, when towards the end of the term of Mutegeki, then he said, why do you bother yourself? Go for demonstrations. You are going to fight the police and you want to go and tarnish my police in Bundibugyo. Their image now is not bad. Why don't you task your MPs? And we were still there. He called even our MP. Said, please help this team. Help them to handle this matter. Let them not go on the issue of demonstration and whatever. So from there, we picked up and we prepared. And for us, we survived. Because if we didn't have a lawyer who do battle it well and speak well before in the high court, they were going to give us withdraw of the case with the charges. The lawyer from the side of the UA had insisted, and we're asking ourselves now, poor are we? How can we also be charged with some cost? Where are we going to get the money? But luckily enough, we are blessed that the cost was not considered. We have it in our office, where we withdraw the case from court. You need it. Then documents that we have received, the Minister of Lands has tasked UA to produce a report, and also tasked the Minister of Agriculture to go in their archives to know what really caused evictions in the Semuliki, because for them they call it Semuliki. They created the national park. So they found that there was a contradiction. The contradiction brings is that UA is saying fly infected the place. But the Ministry of Agriculture, which is even older than UA, they are saying in the places which were invaded by fly and people had this sleeping sickness, that forest is not in the list, except in the southwest and then Queen Elizabeth. So we are only waiting for a report. And these two reports from UA and the Ministry of Agriculture, they were the ones that had made the report, which the two people, the Ministry of Lands, sent this way for fact-finding, not to complete their report. Now that they are out, because we already have the copies, now the MP is tasking now. This fact-finding report. You know that during that time, before you came, we were moving with the RDC, Chairman LC5, the DSO. We were moving with them together, going to Togo, going to Humia. We went to Sara, where we are claiming land. Because the land we are claiming, one time it was buffer zone. The gazette of the forest reserve had stopped at Sara. That's where even the signpost used to be. From Burondo side up to Sara. Now from Sara there, as you come towards Butogo, Bubukwanga, and Tokwe, it was just a buffer zone. But during the recent gazette of 93, that's when they incorporated now all this piece of land. For us, we don't go the other side of Totoro side, Burondo side, no. But people were living this side. So that's why, for us, we are saying that our claim, we can't ascertain it now. Now that you have asked it, we want to engage also a technical person. Because we have the proposed piece in terms of Mile Square. And we need to ask him now if somebody wants a compensation in this 130 approximate Mile Square. How much can we put to convince them? Because we don't want to exaggerate and we don't want to cheat ourselves. We shall involve somebody technical to give us at least what we can put in our report. Thank you very much. So for us, we are done partly now.
I thank you very much for honoring my office and giving it the current situation report. I think without wasting time that we are discussing, there is nothing to discuss but to arm my office, make a report, and remind the president about this issue. Otherwise, under normal procedures, when we have reached before the eyes of the Prime Minister, what role can the RDC play? What role can the DSC play? But we shall capture it at the pain in the neck from the district, then help them to quicken whatever they are doing. The only report we are waiting, we are going to look for, going to in history of archives. It's the latest report we want is from Honorable Peace Mutus. She was tasked to bring a report to the Prime Minister so she can act. Yeah. That's what we are looking for. Two, my guidance is that in all this, there is no money put aside for you. But after you have made your case properly, the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities will be the one to budget for your compensation. I want to bring it to you that you have been going to wrong offices. Semuliki National Park belongs to Hua. Hua is part of tourism and antiquities. Yes, but who owns the land now? This way, if we get stuck on the land, we will never. It is the Minister of Tourism who will go to land, but not you. Because he is the manager of what is the beneficiary. He's the one who rooted you. By now, there should be efforts to talk to our own. Mugara, Honorable Mugara, Bahinduka, State Minister for Tourism. Bring him on board. So the rest now, the next communication, I don't know whether you have dispatched this, should be addressed to the Prime Minister, then attention, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. Then our reporter, I will sit with the chairman, will make a report. We have a technical men in charge of environment, the environmental committee of Parliament handled. We have these ones, they are going to talk to their boss, prepare in their budget. Fortunately, we are now on a budget framework. See how you can be captured. But that's what I was saying, that you must be people with statistics. We want our land that was taken is this much. It is worth this on the current market price. These are the people who we evicted. Don't give the population, which is more than the current population of Bundibugyo today. By the time they evicted, what was the population affected? They are those people, they have dependents, fine. So they will demand a package which they can be used to resettle others. Chairman, isn't that what we need to communicate to these people? You can add little, then we go for feasting if you are invited. But two, the language. You people, the fact that Bundibugyo and the Usongora district were granted out of protest as a decree from the Amin. You can't keep on demanding using the force and intimidation and blackmail. This fine tune. I've told you that timing is bad. In election now, for someone who reminds Mzee, if you don't vote me now, if you don't scratch my back, we are not voting you. This is what he hates. Wait, that's what he hates. If you have been doing a mistake, don't do it. That's why you have not been compensated. Yes.
In 10 years, in 10 years,
Wait. The last period, there was a demand. You either compensate it or we don't vote. I don't know whether you voted.
Now, what did we do now? Which was violent.
I said, did you vote or you didn't?
We voted.
We are learning from each other. That when you are talking to his excellency, order. When you are talking to the president, the best time is when he's celebrating his elections. He has the moods. But he's now set to crush those who are standing for his re-election. And wait. And because you want you to be crushed.
That's what the rupee also said. That you this time vote him. When he's celebrating, he should be reminded. But we do remind later. So that means you are repeating something which is not even workable.
It is you repeating.
No, it is you repeating.
You are repeating a threat which never worked.
Yeah. But now
You repeat it.
After when you are talking,
we reminded him after.
Wait, there is, you are wasting, you are watering it down. You are off.
now it is you who are watering down.
Mzee asked for this. He knows you have been supportive of him. He knows you participate in the liberation of this country. So don't intimidate him. He knows what you deserve.
So for us also, we still need ours, and we don't use violence. And we wanted to continue agitating without use of violence.
Agitate. But you are saying you are going to use violence.
When we are telling you,
And occupy the park.
but it is our, we have the right. It is our freedom.
Expression.
Yes.
Hey.
But if it is a sentence that can limit what you are going to get.
But if you find one sentence out of 100 sentences, why do you capitalize on one sentence out of 100 sentences?
But the advice.
Yes. And this is the same advice which we are still waiting
The
for.
I have is that if you don't get an answer, you will not vote. 2, you are going to occupy your land by force. And I was saying, don't this one waters down and limits the audience of Mzee. You will say, I will handle them after I understand Mzee,
Okay.
you were the RDC, you know. Even before he got a mighty force which he has now, you are saying intimidation by intimidation, violence by
But you should
violence.
tell him what is on the ground.
No,
You say
that is me. Yeah, I know the word is used.
Yes.
But I'm cautioning you or advising you, don't use these words. I can use them.
That's why RDC.
And you can't use them when you are not putting.
Where will you get them from?
I'm saying that the report you are making to Mzee
Yes.
doesn't contain this.
And you'll be even the first RDC to make such a report, because others were not minding about it. We would come here, we talk with them in a soft tone, but they will underrate it. But now if you do it, then that will be, you also earn a credit that you are another RDC who can see what is happening in your territory. Otherwise, other RDCs and DSOs, they were not seeing what is happening here. So you'll be having your special recognition for having done the work that could even eliminate the votes of the president.
The person you are talking to has never got credit for what he does.
you get. But if you are not a DC, it's not the credit.
Wait. You have never heard of an intelligence officer promoted for having spied very well. They talk of commander who have crushed. But there is no commander who can move his troops before intelligence tells you where they are.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, you are right.
So Let's work together. Give me the reports I need. Then before the president comes here for his rally, he has
then you are talking, RDC. You are talking. You are talking. Hey.
So the way you agreed, and I've been advising you, don't bring a document and exaggeration. The investigation can take long. Attach the names if possible.
That's somebody has commented on that.
Exactly. That names should be not exceeding the total population
of what you have mentioned.
Of the affected sub-counties.
Yes.
And you can go was it 1960 what census?
It was 1980 census.
At least that figures should be foreign that one. Where we know who we are mature at that time.
And even what we have is very little.
Okay. Because they didn't express the whole sub-counties.
No.
So I think allow chairman, and chairman you can even vote. If there is any additional information, reach him.
Yes.
Secretary. The last report is going to be our reviews. So chairman.
This man is struggling with his cathedral.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me this opportunity. Also talk to the people of Matongo Lost Land Recovery Project. I want to first of all observe protocol, Chair, plus your technical team. Only one person have not identified properly.
Sir, I came late. I'm called James Chair. I prosecute for Uganda Wildlife Authority.
Oh, okay.
I'm based in Amakara Council, based at the Kibale Conservation Area.
Thank you so much.
I'm also happy to be here.
Okay. So we welcome you to this meeting. The team led by the chairperson and the entire committee.
Did the tourism officer come? So when you are eating eggs, at the hot spring, you don't remember that running from. Now you are welcome.
Yeah. First of all, Chair, I want to thank you for organizing such a meeting, because at least now we have all gathered here as stakeholders to address this issue, or maybe propose what we can do to make sure that this issue is handled. And I've like the guests aware, you have invited some officials from UA. There's also the legal mercenary from UA. That one is a very good gesture. At least now the petitioners are partly convinced that this meeting is going to do something for them. Thank you so much, Chairman. We clap for him. Chair, I want to inform you that the Matongo issue is not a concoction. I personally, who was born in 1973, I can be presented to testify when I saw these people being forced to move away from Matongo. In fact, I witnessed the last eviction. We would see people sleeping under people's verandas, people sleeping in funny infrastructures. And when we would ask, they would say, those people are from Matongo. That was a new vocabulary by then. But we came to understand it as time continued. It is very true. Those people were evicted and there was no compensation. It is only very good that the community around accommodated most of them because they were their relatives. But if it was like being a hostile community, these people by now would not be traced. So I want to thank the community of Bundibugyo, which accommodated the poor evicted. So now we can see that that was a very good step, that they could first of all accommodate in their relatives pieces of land, but now with the increasing demand of land here, because of the growing of cocoa. That's why such issues are coming up. They are finding themselves as if they cannot be accommodated when it comes to the available space.
Chairman, some have cocoa garden.
They have maneuvered. They have maneuvered to secure some.
Some of us left even our trees for coffee that we had planted there.
Yes, it is very true, as I have stated. Some politicians were trying to deny and say it is a concoction. They want money from government. They have also inflated the figures. I've liked your guidance, and it is going to help us, Chairman. Let's not consider the current population. We should go back and see, by 1985, which were those households and how many were they? I think you still have the records. For us to be fair to government, I want to guide that we should go by that. Those who are there now can be followed. Like, for example, if I'm among the complainants, which family did I belong to at the time of eviction? That one can be traced. Yes. So I think by doing so, we shall be simplifying this before government, and I think government is going to pay attention. So that's why people say that some of these figures are inflated for the purpose of getting much money from what? From government. So let's go back according to the chair's guidance. Another issue I want to put forward. Surely some step was taken by government when the Batwa were resettled from that place. So we can use that one as an example to best build our case. I happened to be one of the officials who attended the commissioning of the Batwa residence in Karambi. At least the Batwa king has a very good house, self-contained.
I was about to shed here.
And a piece of land secured for them. They can grow cassava this time. So the Batwa are now enjoying life in this government. So we can borrow the same leaf and we present to government that if this was done for the Batwa, what about the rest of the communities? That one is also very significant in our subsequent write-ups. The issue of how government compensated the Batwa should not miss. I think we are only talking about two things, or three. One, compensation and the resettlement plan, which missed. Then the third one is response from government. That's what we are all waiting for. Because now I want to inform you that at least with this leadership, we have managed to present this case before government at the level of the Prime Minister of the country, who is the head of government business. So this means this matter is already before the attention of what? Of government. What we are only waiting for is the affirmative action or the response, which can come in the form of a positivity to address this issue. And I hope with our good government, we are going to receive this response. What we have been missing may be because we have also seen that in this government, most of the high decisions are made by the fountain of honor. That's what we are going to struggle for, to ensure that when he comes here, this matter is put in our report and presented before him. I think I make this pledge in your presence and the presence of the DSC members that we cannot omit this matter in the report to be presented to His Excellency, the President of this country, who's a good person. He listens. He knows how to handle difficult situations. This one is a small matter, I think he's going to answer as how we need. With those remarks, Chair?
Before you close.
Yes. Okay, we invited them politely. They came, we talked to them, and they disbanded that idea. So I want to appeal to you to continue with that kind of behavior, because it is now going to create harmony between you, the claimants, and the government. And also look at the fact that it is only the sitting government, led by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, that can be able to provide an answer. Because the steps have already been taken. Now what we are waiting for is only the response from him. So I want to appeal to you, as said by the chair, we reserve his votes. We reserve his votes. We should not be confused by other people with selfish intentions. They will give a number of promises, number of pledges. Chair, thank you so much for listening.
It is now the only living.
Matongo is the one remaining now.
So I can do the man who is. He talks. Did you say anything after being read?
No.
But things are working. There was also the hospital rehabilitation.
Yes.
Can you